A Tainan Tzu Chi volunteer bravely faces chemotherapy treatments thanks to having Dharma in his heart. Tainan Tzu Chi volunteers head to Shenzhen bringing gifts for the city's hardworking sanitation workers. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Lori Chen. Thank you for joining us. Continuing our island-wide tour, Dharma Master Zhen Yan has arrived at the Tainan's year-end blessing ceremony. During the venue, more than 600 Tzu Chi volunteers and newly certified Tzu Chi commissioners took part in the Sutra adaptation performances. Many displays of human formations were presented.
The newly certified Tzu Chi commissioners took to the stage as they've started to shoulder more responsibilities. The senior volunteers also took part in the Sutra adaptation to lead the younger ones, symbolizing harmony and unity.
This is the beginning of us shouldering more Tzu Chi mission. I hope I can carry out more Tzu Chi's work just like back when I was a Tzu Jing.
During the performance, the volunteers formed characters with lights, while they also changed into various formations.
The Dharma boat is carrying the living Bodhisattvas. They vowed to form this affinity with Dharma Master Zhen Yan lifetime after lifetime.
The senior volunteers are leading the newly certified ones to make the grand vow to give of themselves. They will continue to spread love to more corners in society.
Staying at Tainan's ceremony, a Tzu Chi volunteer, Ling Ceremony, shared his personal cancer journey. He's grateful for Dharma Master Zhen Yan's teachings, which is how he overcame his fears during his chemotherapy treatments. Master Zhen Yan praised Ling and reminded everyone to stay diligent.
Tzu Chi volunteer Ling Ceremony has suffered cancer, which led to hair loss due to chemotherapy.
I thought about the Sutra of Fundamental Vows of Bodhisattva, Kisita and the suffering in hell. I could not escape the pain of the illness. Therefore, I've experienced karmic retributions of my negative karma.
Lin made a testimony of his experience. He's no longer afraid because he has learned Buddhist teachings.
他就是有以法相会，虽然遇到了病痛，治疗的过程有苦，可是呢，因为他心中有法。
Only cultivation will allow people to take the Dharma to heart and face the natural life cycle with ease. Natural disasters are another test to humans. 3 years ago, Tainan was struck by a massive earthquake. Back then, Tzu Chi volunteers provided immediate assistance. Even the Tainan mayor, Huang Weizhe, praised the volunteers for their efforts.
市长讲感恩哦，有啥物代志？ 主这人都走伫大仙，唔是干那救济受灾的人，搁照顾这救灾的人。是啊，这就是慈济人的生命足迹。
In the new year, Tzu Chi volunteers will also work as a team to cultivate blessings to benefit the public.
Today, we take you to meet a 74-year-old Kaohsiung Tzu Chi volunteer, Chen Yongzi. She has suffered a work-related injury more than 10 years ago and vowed to do good deeds if she ever recovered. Then, a little over a year ago, she lost her daughter to illness. She fell into a deep depression. Fortunately, Tzu Chi volunteers were there to help her walk out the lowest point in her life. After I got married, my husband started his own business, but it failed.
Since her husband's business failed, Chen Yongzi had to shoulder the family's financial burden.
We faced financial difficulties. Back then, I had 3 children already. I thought I should work, and therefore I started painting for people.
She took on a high-risk job. Unfortunately, she eventually fell from the 4th floor while at work and suffered a serious injury. Despite that, she made a vow.
I thought to myself, if I recover, I would like to do good deeds. One Tzu Chi volunteer asked me to come and do good deeds. I asked her what kind of good deed it was. Then she told me about Tzu Chi.
I told her that chopsticks and bowls each have their own function. Then she started volunteering. She helped out when we were fundraising to help 9/21 earthquake survivors.
She eventually started volunteering with Tzu Chi. Despite her mild mobility issue, she was still dedicated because her daughter fully supported her.
My daughter told me, go ahead and do volunteer work. I support you. My daughter really liked to see me volunteer. However, this dream was shattered as she eventually fell ill. I accompanied her for more than a year.
Sister Yongzi lost her daughter more than 1 year ago. We really felt for her and hope she will come back to volunteer with us soon.
With the encouragement of the volunteers, she became a medical and recycling volunteer and overcame her grief. Volunteering with Tzu Chi has helped Chen walk out of the low point in her life.
I volunteer with my daughter-in-law, Yu Xian. I plan to persevere and do Tzu Chi's work until I take my last breath. Staying in Kaohsiung, local volunteers have long been promoting the Friends of DaAi TV campaign in various communities. Due to their long-term efforts, 11 honorary board members for the cultural mission have been recruited. What an amazing group of individuals.
Another Friends of DaAi TV symposium was held by Tzu Chi volunteers from Kaohsiung Sanmin Sichuan community who wore red t-shirts to highlight their identity. The venue is the 2nd floor of a building which hosts a cafe on the 1st floor.
I opened this cafe and the goal isn't making a profit. The point is that everyone has a place to come and sit down. Over a cup of coffee and Dharma Master Zheng Yan's teachings, all of the bodhisattvas in the community can come together.
A cup of coffee can inspire conversation, and the coffee shop quickly became a place for volunteer recruitment. Many people also became Friends of DaAi TV.
I come here to drink coffee. I also go upstairs to participate in a study group.
Many Tzu Chi volunteers come here when they have time. The most important thing is to discuss matters pertaining to the group. There is also some discussion about Master Zheng Yan's teachings.
Tzu Chi volunteer Guo Shouyu runs a children's clothing store. Originally, she only thought about earning money, but watching DaAi TV led her to change her priorities.
I used to be able to earn more, but greed is like a bottomless pit. When I watched DaAi TV, I learned that I needed to lead a simpler life.
DaAi TV is a source of pure media which only promote a positive message in its reporting. It also allows Master Zheng Yan's message to be broadcasted throughout the world.
Guo Shouyu invited more people to watch DaAi TV, such as 80-year-old Li Cai Jinpiao, whose whole family have become a loyal audience.
There are disasters in foreign countries, and it makes me feel sad. I want to help them.
Volunteers who run small businesses use their workplace to spread the message of Tzu Chi and DaAi TV, ensuring that the message of purity and love continues to be broadcast to many communities.
Every year, Tainan Tzu Chi volunteers go and care for the city's hardworking individuals. Many are at the grassroots level in society. One key group are the sanitation workers in Shenzhen, Guangdong. This year, Tzu Chi not only brought warmth in this cold winter, but also gave out gift cards, making the winter not so cold after all. Shenzhen, China runs on this orange power 365 days a year non-stop. Who can fully understand the hard work of the sanitation workers?
今年有拿到哈，这个不能吃，就是脸也可以擦，对。跟我们这么关心哈，没有，平常你们太辛苦了，我们只有1年1次而已，你们是每天为深圳市。
What you guys do and what we do are like family. It's great. Us sanitation workers admire you guys the most.
Every bow and every thank you from the volunteers are with the sincerest respect. In addition, there's the gift cards filled with thoughtfulness.
We are at society's lowest level. We will take these gift cards and go buy some rice and noodles. We Northerners love to eat noodles, so definitely buy some noodles and some daily necessities too.
Many of the sanitation workers are older in age, so there are more of the elderly, the weak and the sick. But they are the hardest working bunch of individuals, so as always, we are very grateful to Tzu Chi's charity work.
有史以来没有今天像今天这么高兴，因为听到这么多故事。
谢谢你们对我们这些环卫工人是太热情，太有一片太好的心，就好。感恩你们，再见，拜拜。
Once every year, for each other, it's a wonderful encounter. Staying in China, Tzu Chi has long been providing scholarships to local impoverished but hardworking students. Recently, Tzu Chi's Xin'an office invited the scholarship recipients to enjoy a Hotpot reunion feast together, feeling the warmth of one big family.
On the gathering day, the first snowfall of the winter took place in Xi'an. The volunteers prepare hotpot for the scholarship recipients. The students also read out poems showing their gratitude toward the volunteers.
Tzu Chi brought warmth to us in this cold winter. All of the love has accumulated in our hearts. I am grateful to meet all the volunteers here. I have 4 words to say to you. That is, I love you all.
This year's winter, Tzu Chi brought warmth to us. Our hearts will be filled with love by next year's spring. Right now, a grateful heart is all I have. In the future, I will spread kindness and compassion around.
Since August 2018, Xi'an Tzu Chi volunteers have been visiting the scholarship recipients. A monthly reunion is also conducted in order to strengthen the relationship with the students.
Since I live far from home, I enjoy coming here. This place gives me a feeling of home. I'm grateful that I met you during the best time of my life.
For a girl to come here from a faraway place is not easy. I can really feel the volunteers' unconditional love. It feels like you can have a pleasant conversation with them. It's almost like being at home.
The volunteers' love and care have accompanied the students during their school years, making them feel less anxious and less lonely.
In recent years, Jingsi reading rooms have been established in many schools in remote areas. In order to create a comfortable reading environment, teachers and staff of the Dongxing Elementary School in Yilan worked together to renovate a classroom. Let's reveal the final transformation.
After waiting for 3 months, all the students and teachers are finally able to witness the opening of Jingsi Reading Room at the local school in Yilan.
When the DaAi mothers came to the school, the students were fascinated by their teachings. So I've tried hard to set up the Jingsi Reading Room in the campus.
After the students finish their homework, they can come here to read books. Over here, they can find a variety of topics associated with health, moral character and virtue, science, as well as environmental protection.
The room is bright and spacious, with 静思 folding desk and chairs provided. In the past, the classroom was used for either the after-school program or a stockroom. To create a better environment, the entire school mobilized to help with the renovation.
I talked to the staff members and teachers about the renovation. If there were no classes on that day, we could fill the holes in the wall with cement and repaint it. Thanks to a donation from an educational foundation, we were able to put up new curtains and wall panels.
The 静思 reading room's goal is to allow children to learn good reading habits. Volunteers also distributed 静思 aphorisms.
Although the children live in the countryside, the only thing that matters is their ability to receive a good education.
Today, Tzu from the Philippines also visited the school, helping to celebrate the opening ceremony together. The smiles on the students' face show that the future is indeed bright and beautiful.
Ling Ceremony was born and raised in Sansha and was involved as an apprentice in the entertainment industry. Later, he went back to his hometown to help with his grandfather's soap factory, which he revived through rebranding. While many consider him a success story, he was more focused on the many at-risk youth in the local communities. Therefore, he later gave up his family business and created 2 local bookstores, which now provide free after-school programs for the children.
His skin may be dark and is quite unassuming, though he is Ling Ceremony, founder of Culture and Nature, and is a big brother to many children at this bookstore.
On a lot of streets, we can see small weeds growing. I think the children are like these weeds. There's no soil and no rain, but they still live. They are very tough, and it's like the life that these children live. That's why I call it grass bookstore, because I think they grow just like grass.
Grass Bookstore provides free after-school tutoring and art classes to these children, many of which are from economically disadvantaged families or new single immigrant parent families, or those that have dropped out of school. Sansha is located between Taipei and Taoyuan and offers a cheaper cost of living, though it has the highest density of drug abusers in local schools. This makes it one of the areas with the highest population of at-risk youth.
You may think about what we can give these children or what we can teach them, but afterwards I found out it's not just a one-way interaction. We also grow with these children and become better people as well.
In order to become a better person, Ling Ceremony and his partner opened 2 bookstores in Sansha, with one dedicated to charity and one to promoting local culture through his Culture and Nature organization. In fact, what Ceremony is doing is something that all young people want to do, but no one dares to do it. We all want to use our own ability to care for local disadvantaged children or those that are at risk. We also want to develop professionals to help promote local culture and industry. Chen Bai'an is also a young man who went back to his hometown due to the urging of Ling Ceremony. Although his salary isn't as good as that of working in the city, he can help at-risk children in his hometown of Sansha. This makes him feel his life is fulfilling. Since returning home in 2006, he has already assisted hundreds of children. Ling Ceremony is from a single-parent family who experienced economic problems, leading him to suspend his university studies for half a year to find a job. He became an apprentice to entertainer Su Xiaoyun. Later, a crisis in his grandpa's soap factory led him to come back home and save the family business. Later, he gave up the family business and took out a loan to start his own business.
My values in life are about creating value and not just seeing personal wealth.
When looking at Junchang, I have described him as a crazy person because he insists on doing the right thing regardless if it benefits him. He believes that disadvantaged children not only deserve sympathy from the outside world, but also companionship. He also thinks they need the strength to complete their dreams. Every year, the children put forward a dream and everyone works together to achieve it. At present, the two bookstores provide free of charge after-school counseling, art instruction, and free dinner for disadvantaged children. All the funds come from culture and nature. While it's difficult to cover these costs, it is an important support for these children.
Everyone needs love. No matter how you turn out, there should be one person who loves you unconditionally and accepts everything. I think everyone needs this. When one feels love, you're later able to love other people. And when he feels love, I feel that he's capable.
Ling Ceremony not only helped his family business recover to more than $100,000 in annual revenue, but has also been dedicated to helping the education in his hometown. He has done everything from scratch, and his determination has been an inspiration, never quitting after deciding to take something on.
I know I cannot return after starting on this road. You can't stop either because once you become involved in a child's life, you cannot simply walk away.
For today's health topic, what is the first thing that comes to mind when someone says the word calcium? Most people automatically think about drinking milk. However, did you know that many vegetables are also rich in calcium? Let's see which vegetables they are talking about.
Most people know they can drink milk to get more calcium. However, many green vegetables are also rich in calcium.
Taiwanese people do not get enough calcium because they do not eat enough green vegetables. Green vegetables and tofu actually contain more calcium than meat products. However, vegetables lack vitamin D. Therefore, people need to consume vitamin D supplements and get sun exposure.
Most common vegetables high in calcium include Okinawan spinach, Chinese broccoli, spinach, and amaranth. In fact, 100 grams of Aleathus prickly ash consumed by the indigenous people contains 721 milligrams of calcium.
When we eat vegetables, do not drink tea or coffee, which has caffeine. The drinks high in oxalic acid will inhibit our absorption of calcium.
他说这个刺葱要吃还是吃嫩的地方。
Aleathus prickly ash has pricks, and the indigenous people have been making cuisines with them because of their fragrance.
Aleathus prickly ash has abundant phytochemicals and is enriched in vitamin C, calcium, iron, and potassium. It is a kind of natural spice.
Dice up fresh Aleathus prickly ash and add it to egg before mixing it. While it is a popular dish in indigenous restaurants, not everyone can consume it.
Patients with kidney problems cannot excrete potassium, therefore they cannot eat too much Aleathus prickly ash.
Eating vegetables is another smart way to get calcium, and it is a good choice for people who cannot drink milk.
The Tzu Chi New York chapter recently held a charity concert. Several Buddhist groups were invited to participate in the event. In addition to the musical performances, volunteers also set up an art sale, inspiring many attendees to express their compassionate giving. The event was a huge success in spreading the seeds of great love to all. We'll leave you with these beautiful melodies. Enjoy. Thank you for watching. See you next time.